All right, hi again. I'm back to talk about the course overview. All right, so we're going to do this pretty quickly, like I said, because I have to make these videos pretty short to post them. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to start by looking at Moodle. So this is what you guys see. I hope you all see it. If you don't see it, give me an email. Obviously, you don't have this video if you don't see it, but here is our Moodle course. Um, you can see at the top, we have announcements. I'll make regular announcements through this form. I'll also email you those announcements. So in case you're missing something, just go to announcements. You could always check it. In that regard as well, you see over your latest news, announcements will come over in the latest news. So like if you didn't know you missed something, just check the latest news and see if I mentioned something that you need to know. So if there's anything new, it appears here. There's the course Q&A. If you have any questions about what's going on in the course and you'd like to make them public, just put them here. It's nice. I will check it. I'm subscribed to it, so you can subscribe to discussion forums so you get alerts if somebody posts something. You can also star the discussion so it stays up in your priorities, so like it prioritizes that discussion. And we'll see more about how that works more as we get into the discussions within the term. So this discussion here, though, you can like click on it, and then you can reply to it, and that's how you continue the discussion on. So you reply, and then you can reply privately. I would prefer as much as possible to keep the discussion forums public. So if you do want to ever reply to a discussion forum privately, if you do it, like you do it, and then let me know why. So that I'm clear about that. And then in advanced, it gives you the option to upload a file. So if you ever want to make a video to upload as a response, again, it has to be pretty short. You see 10 megs, that's a really short video. You can do that here. You can throw it up, or if you just want to type something out and then put it up without putting it directly in there, you can just hit the advanced and then add files as you wish if you want to add. So that there. So that's how use that. I'll talk more about using discussion forums as we get into them, but it's pretty straightforward. And so you shouldn't have to worry too much. If you do have any questions about using the discussion forums, you can put them in the course Q&A, or you can email them to me directly. That's fine. And you see here, we call this the Crumb Trail, I believe. That's what I've heard it called. So this helps you navigate if you're having trouble navigating Moodle. This is probably the best way to navigate Moodle, or so I've been told. It's pretty helpful. So if I want to just go back to the course, that's what I do. I click on the course, and then it takes me back to where I was. And then you see down here, I should turn off my editing so that it doesn't look so annoying. Hold on, my camera's in the way here, so I'm going to turn editing off. And then this is what you guys will see for the most part. This is how you'll see it. You can see this first one it has sort of the introductory stuff. I don't have anything about this course because you're not really new to the course. In the syllabus, it does have everything you need. So you click on the syllabus, it automatically downloads. You can see that, and then you can bring up the syllabus, and we'll look at that now, and we'll look at it pretty quickly. I'll try to just draw your attention to the things that you really need to know. So there's nothing other than here, office hours. I'll be available for anything you want to talk about, really anytime if you just send me an email and let me know. But I will be totally available from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. So you can expect that I'm online or will be online within, maybe I went to do something for 10 minutes or like I'm eating lunch. But I will be online or available between 9 and 3. So if you want to have a Zoom meeting, or if you want to, if you email me or anything, that I'll be available during that time. So, and those will be the times that we do like advising to later in the term. So in just a couple weeks, actually. So that's there. And then if you want to read what's a little bit new, we'll be looking at some specific things, like I said, like looking at Nigeria and Pantages America, we'll also be looking at some of the East African stuff through Federici's text, but you'll see in week 1 why I said Nigeria. And then I added on here, so time is pretty much the same. You need computer access, the internet, right? But we'll be using something called No Red Ink. I'll post a walkthrough week 1. Hadn't realized that I hadn't put up the walkthrough, but I'll put up the walkthrough to how to sign in to No Red Ink on week 1. We're going to be using that to kind of help you practice, do some exercises for your writing. And you can read that as well. All text I'll put up on the Moodle site. You don't need anything additional other than what you see on the Moodle site, and those will come up on a week-by-week basis. The participation you'll see is all about doing the No Red Ink exercises and posting on the discussion posts. Obviously, completing your assignments is part of that too. Then you have a writing assignments here. Those will all be assignments that you'll see up on Moodle. And all of them will be the goal of completing the Fuse. The Fuse is the final university seminar essay. So that's really, you created the annotated bibliography for that essay, and so we'll be utilizing the annotated bibliography to complete your writing assignments. There'll also be one oral assignment. I should put, it says assignments, but it's really only one. You'll be completing a podcast with a group, so with 1 or 2 other students, and I'll explain more of that as we get down into the syllabus. Attendance is based on the fact that you are, I don't know why there's a 2 here. Really got to do more proofreading of these things, don't I? So that's really about contributions to your attendance is about the discussion forums and No Red Ink. And No Red Ink really is what I'm looking for your attendance, that you are at least starting the No Red Ink assignments, and then completing them will really affect your participation grade. So that's really what I'm looking for. So that you're at least starting the assignments, then I'll give you attendance on that. But then participation is about how much you do. But it will never be how well you do it. So if you feel like you do poorly, or if No Red Ink tells you you're not doing very well at this assignment, which it won't say that, but it will tell you, it'll make you practice more. That won't affect your grade at all. So how well you do the assignment will not affect your grade. And so a note about grading says you'll be expected to complete a series of formative assignments to build your Fuse. Each of these assignments will hold its own point value, usually about 20 points for each of those writing assignments. And we'll talk more about how the Fuse is graded later. I'll show you models of the Fuse as we get deeper into the class, and sort of what your target is, and then how that's defined by the rubric, and then how that goes into the grade of your Fuse. So we'll talk more about that later on in the term. And then extra credit, obviously you can't go to the writings, or you can, maybe the writing center is available. I'm not really sure. If you do end up going to the writing center, let me know, just send me an email and say you went to the writing center. I'll be in contact. I'll be in contact with the writing center and see how they're doing any sort of support with this term. So this is tentative. We'll come back to that. You'll see the formative writing is 30%, so those are the weekly writing assignments. The Fuse is 25% of your grade. Participation is 30% of your grade. Ooh, so obviously that's a big factor. And then you'll do a group podcast, which is similar rubric, 15% of your grade. That's there. So that's that. And then here, if you look at, this still says it's an eagle eye view, but I've more given it a zoomed in view than in the past. So the schedule really goes over specific assignments that you are expected to do for each week. You can see this week we're going to be doing Introduction to Class, which is happening now, but then specific assignments, what you're expected to do. So it's like you're supposed to watch the RSA animation on Daniel Pink's research on Drive and post your takeaway from the video and your motivational plan for this term. Basically, what is your routine like to keep you on track? That should be a question mark. And I got to proofread this thing better, right? I need a second set of eyes is what I need. So these are everything here is what I expect you to get this year. is to get started on today, right? And then everything here on April 9th is what I expect you to get started on April 9th. And then from there, you can go into Moodle and look at what the due dates are. So if you go back to Moodle, and on the upcoming events, it shows you what's due, right? So you see here, week 1, I should say forum 1, again, I need proofreading. Your motivational plan is due tomorrow by 11:59 p.m., right? That's that. And then the week 1 forum 2, that is due on April 10th, Friday by 11:59 p.m. Week 1 forum 2, I don't know why that's the same. I don't know why there are two. And then week 1 assignment is due April 10th. Week 1 assignment 1 is due April 10th. Week 1 forum 3 is due April 10th. And then week 1 assignment 2 is due April 12th, right? So all of your due times will come up here on upcoming events. It'll show you when everything is due, right? And then all the assignments are posted here. The first thing I'd like you guys to do is, actually the university would like you guys to do, but is to go click on whether or not you use Google Play or the Apple App Store. Click on one of the links, and it will take you to the app to download the Navigate app if you haven't already. Please do that. I guess you have to do this like through your phone. I think you can do it on your computer. So download these apps, and you can just type in EAB Navigate to the App Store on your phone, and that is how it works. All right. And you can see, so the assignments, there's a link to the video, and then the forum. I should edit that and say forum 1, and then here's the first reading. Here's the second forum. Here's the first assignment, and then here's the short story by Nnedi Okorafor. So this is the Nigerian author. It's a really interesting story. We'll be watching the short film that was created from this later on in the term because of basically because of copyright issues that the university is dealing with. For me, we'll watch it later in the term. They said that that's happening. I was hoping to make it available to you through my own streaming service, but because we're not in class together, I can't do that. And then I could essentially show you my screen through Zoom, but that would be annoying. Anyway, I have to hurry this up so that I have enough space to tell you. There's Nnedi Okorafor giving a TED Talk you're supposed to watch. And then on her blog, she talks about Afrofuturism. And then there's the forum post on that that you'll complete this week. And it gives you, if you click on the forum post, it tells you what you're supposed to do. That's also in the syllabus, explicitly what you're supposed to do. You can see there, right? Read Hello Moto, watch the TED Talk, read her blog posts, and post on the connections to previous ideas and texts about science, magic, and religion. Also post on how you think Afrofuturism expands our perspective on science, magic, and religion. I know that this is fiction, science fiction, and so that you might say, well, why are we reading science fiction? To a good degree, this is a cultural perspective on how science, magic, and religion are intertwined. So yes, it is Nnedi Okorafor's interpretation of that, but so is everything we read. And so this is really just a look into how we might understand a cultural depiction that is not Euro-American, although informed obviously by Euro-America, how this might be a way for us to interpret other cultures' representations of science, magic, and religion. I also think it's a groundbreaking story. It's considered a phenomenal story in the slipstream genre to some extent, not totally slipstream, but it's solid, and so I hope it's evocative for you. I think it is completely. And so you will be posting on that. And so that is how you do the discussion forum there. So we go back, I could just click week 1. So back to week 1, you then have the another reading from They Say, I Say. This is going to be helpful in your academic writing. Both the books, They Say, I Say, and Everything's Argument, are solid pieces of text. They're going to be helpful in your drafting, and we were going to use them throughout class. And I'll be referring to them, and you'll have assignments on them on a regular basis, and you can see in your syllabus. So again, take a look at your syllabus. If you have any questions, post them on the Q&A. Send me an email if you want to. But I would prefer if you just post them to the top here, the course Q&A, and that way everybody can see what you're discussing and everybody can weigh in on questions. And then if you want, like I said, if you want to get together and have a video class, just let me know and we can schedule a time. We can schedule it during class time and maybe everybody can come or maybe not. So we'll see how that works. So that's it for the overview at this point. And so I'll be coming back again with a video for the summary of the week, and I'll probably post another video of sort of more of the arc of the class, like where you could see this going. But I just don't have the time to do, I don't have the space to upload that right now. So that's coming. Okay.